Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. It's Mystical Blue Starfire here. How you all doing today? Hope you're feeling great and doing fine. Today the theme's really about love, but I will actually do a card, see what the message of today is, from the Dragon Path Oracle by Caroline Mitchell, just because I've got my dragon in the centre of the grid. So I think a dragon card would be nice. But apparently, I don't know, I'm not really up on psychology, astrology, but apparently Venus is close to Earth at this time, and Venus is, as you know, always brings love. And apparently one of the gifts that Venus gifted us with was the beautiful rose. How stunning is that? And just smelling the rose, and beautiful, puts you in a higher dimension. Wonderful. And just the sacred geometry of the rose, how it spirals, amazing. So I've got some roses on the grid, being so it's to do with love and Venus. And I have actually walked around my labyrinth, the pathway's still there, and placed some petals. So if you can get on the earth at all at this period of time, and taking the codes from Venus, because Venus has got codes for us. So this is today's gorgeous grid. We've got the resin burning underneath. I think that one's called Copal. So it's a great idea for cleansing the crystals. All I need to do is make a grid. This is a new table, so it's fantastic. It's a garden table. All I need to do is put the incense or resin down there, and then it rises up and cleanses the crystals, so that's great. So anyway, this grid's absolutely fantastic. There's lots of unconditional love on there. And we've got the rose quartz, and it's all geared for Venus. We've got rose quartz, petalite, Himalayan salt crystal. That's all about self-love as well. Also petalite, it's quite a strong crystal. It's one of the most powerful ones in the earth. I think the synergy crystals it's called. So it's absolutely stunning. And of course we've got roses. Apparently roses were a gift to the earth from Venus. So it's perfect. They're very activating. Also smelling the rose will elevate you to a high vibration. So in the centre we've got my rose quartz dragon, and guess what? She's called Venus. So she had to be in the centre. Perfect. I've also got some tiny rose quartz and some sun catchers, nice pink ones. And I've put the rose leaves around the edge of the grid. And this beautiful crystal, it's a raw piece of lepidolite, I can't say that, but it's amazing. It has a sparkle in the sunlight. So that's today's beautiful grid. I just had a fiddle around with the grid, so I've added the crystal that I've used in the light language in the centre, because I felt like it needed a bit more red. And I've also got these mirror tiles, so I've placed a few of those on. So hopefully the sun comes round in a bit, we'll get a couple of rays on the grid. And of course, the icing on the cake, Theta of Venus. No, that's definitely more appropriate than for the grid and the theme of today's video. So I'm sat in the labyrinth now. I pulled the card for the grid, with the dragon grid. I should have stuck with what I was going to do. It was a lovely card, courage, but I've just come and sat and pulled this cut out of this deck. This is the deck I was guided to bring down, and I used the dragon one. So out of this deck, you wouldn't believe the card that I pulled, Theta of Venus. So we're going to have to read I think this is more fitting with the video. So number 25. So we have got quite a busy period coming up, because we've got partial solar eclipse and a new moon on the 25th of October, on Tuesday next week. So there's a lot going on, and it's a Scorpio new moon. So Scorpio is, I'll tell you the truth, I'm not keen on this energy. It's always something, always very hard to deal with happens around the Scorpio moons. I think I had like, on one Scorpio moon, my dog died on that weekend, so that was a very hard one. And there's other things that happen, so I do always dread it, but it helps us to become stronger and move on when we go through these challenges. So we need to bring them to the surface. So I feel this moon's going to be I've already been feeling it in my healing. Lots of things have been coming up that I thought I forgot about, and they're coming up to be healed. So I've just felt uneasy for the past week, really, and that is to do with this Scorpio new moon. So don't reject it when they come up, when these feelings come up. Just process them and connect to source energy. Keep praying. It can be a very dark time. I know there's the jolly pagan celebrations, but there's also a real dark side to the Halloween, which is just, there's dark witchcraft that goes on. I don't need to spell it out here, really, but it can be a real dark period of time. So, and I always pray for the children around this time as well, that they're kept safe. So I encourage you to pray for the children as well. Pray for yourself. Pray, there's lots of dark energies around. It's not just a jolly pagan celebration. So anyway, we'll lighten it up now with the Theta of Venus. Let's have a look. It was number 25. So this is going to be a long video. I might have to cut out the dragon message. It says, attune yourself to higher consciousness by choosing to access the purest frequencies of love within. Acknowledge lower frequencies such as judgment, fear, doubt or shame when they arise. That's just what I was talking about. It's perfect for this moon. When they arise within or around you, but do not give them foothold in your heart. You are ready for higher understanding, to see things in a new and more positive light. Allow your inner knowing as to guide you on a unique, beautiful, highly spiritual life path. Venus is our morning and evening star, the stellar goddess and guardian of transitional awareness and higher consciousness of the heart. She is the way shower of light and fifth dimensional reality, also known as unity consciousness. Her spiritual guardianship of humanity will be complete when our mass consciousness is based on love, light and divine feminine wisdom. When you connect with Venusian energy, it is an opportunity for increased love, magnetism, and spiritual charisma. A chance to shine your light and manifest your soul purpose with increased grace, synchronicity, and sacred artistry. Her appearance in the reading signifies a time of creative and spiritual awakening. Excuse me. It is a reminder of the power of the heart and our ability to rise again after a time of karmic heaviness. So we will go through these challenging times, but afterwards we're going to feel absolutely fantastic when we've lost all that heavy energy. The souls of Venus, her sons and daughters upon this earth, are not spiritually bound by the mass consciousness of the human collective. They naturally vibrate at a more loving frequency. They can be genuinely astonished by the cruelty, meanness, and displays of dominance that typify the dark side of human nature. Yet they have chosen to temporarily incarnate and bind their souls temporarily to the laws of nature. As they grow alongside their beloved earthly brothers and sisters, they share the higher resonance of their heart light, opening the way for human evolution. Right, so I don't need to read it all. I'll just read this about the hertz. It says theta is the narrow range between 7 hertz and 8 hertz, which we access during deeper meditations and light sleep, including the dream state. The brain enters the state during the in-between times, such as when we are falling asleep or waking up from deep sleep. These are the moments in which our capacity to create our consciousness is heightened. At these times we become aware of deep-seated programming and are able to heal by reframing it. During this state, you're conscious, yet your body is deeply relaxed. You see everyday realities through the inner spiritual eye and come to understand yourself and your life with spiritual insight. So that's always a good thing. So this is the good thing about this deck, actually, because it does get you to explore sound, explore the hertz. So if you've got like a minute, perhaps you could, there's loads on YouTube, look up 7 hertz and 8 hertz. Play the music. So, it says in the reading, the appearance of this oracle is a special reassurance from Spirit that everything is unfolding within the protective grace of divine love, even if sometimes it appears not to be so. It also indicates that you have the power to heal yourself and change your life for the better. So that's fantastic. So we'll read the healing process. So it says find a place where you can relax, such as a bed or a lounge, without being disturbed. Place your hand on your heart and say the following prayer. I call upon the spiritual guidance, which loves me unconditionally, and the higher guiding angels of Venus and Theta, that I may experience through grace, mercy and compassion that which is most beneficial to my well-being for the greatest spiritual good of all sentient beings. So it is now time to go through a relaxation process. You can do this in whatever way works for you, but you may like to use visualization and your breath to imagine you are softly and gently letting your mind settle into your body and your body settle into the earth. As you relax, feel increasingly still and rest your awareness in the present moment. Let your awareness continue to settle and rest deeper within, rather than focusing on what is happening around you. You may be aware of sounds, for example, but as you turn your awareness within, they'll have less effect on you. You are neither fully alert nor fully asleep. You can be aware of the world around you, yet focus on nothing in particular. Impressions will come and go. Rest, drift, be in this in-between state of being for as long as you like. When you've had enough of this experience, ground yourself with some physical movement. You may not realise how far you have drifted out of everyday awareness until you begin to return to it. Take your time to ground yourself fully. You have completed your healing process. So you could, if you find it hard to meditate, sometimes I like to do this, is just listen to the music when you're meditating and just focus on the music, the sound of the music. And then you don't tend to drift off in thoughts then, if you're just listening to the music. So that's a nice exercise for us to do. So that's the end of the healing process. I wish you all a beautiful day. Namaste. And thank you to my subscribers and my new subscribers. So glad to have you all on the team with me. And I hope you enjoy this journey with me. So I'll see you all soon. Namaste.